we are going to print diamond. Okay, so usually diamond is nothing but if you connect two triangles, then it is a diamond, right? So if you just draw a proper triangle and if you just connect the inverted triangle to it of the same measures, okay, same length and height, then it just gives you diamond, right? So this is what I have done here. The coding is also same. Okay, I have just connected the codes of proper triangle and also inverted triangle together to get the diamond. That's it. Okay, as we do like in the drawing, the code is also same. We have just connected it. Okay, to make it simple. Okay, first let us learn in this way, and as we just acquainted with the loops and kind of programming, then we can just simplify the code. That is not an issue. Okay. Okay, so in the last video, I mean a day before, I have just posted how to print inverted triangle, and I guess 2 or 3 days before I have just posted how to print a triangle. Okay, just combine those two codes in your own way, then you'll obviously, I mean, you'll definitely get the diamond shape. Okay, so you can just pause the video here, just go back to those videos and check the codes and try it from your end, and then come and check back this code. Okay, so now it is time to show my code. Okay, so this is the code. Okay, so this part of code is to print the triangle in the upper part, and this part of code is to print the inverted triangle which connects the upper triangle to make it a diamond. Okay, and if you note here, I have just used clear K, I, J, H, H. Why this is because I have just reused the variables like I, H, K, everything I just reused. Okay, so to avoid confusion, I just cleared all those values. Okay, so you may don't want to give this, but I usually give this way. Okay, and so let us see here. So if it is a triangle, then if it is a normal triangle, then in the first row you will have only one star. As the row increases, the number of stars will also increases, right? Okay, as the row comes down, the number of stars will also increases. Okay, whereas the triangle which is inverted, you will get the maximum number of stars in the first row and the only one star in the last row. Okay, so to just you have only one change here. Like see here, it starts from 1 and it ends till the maximum number. But whereas in the inverted star, it starts from the maximum number and ends at the 1. Okay, so increment and decrement you can do accordingly, and the rest of the code is same. Only thing, the K increment is done in the inverted code and K decrement is done in the normal triangle. Okay, so that's it, and I have just used 6 for loop in total and a few printing statement. Okay, so now let me show you how to print this triangle. Okay, so here is the command window. So let me just give some other number like 8. So diamond will be little bit bigger. Okay, so this is the diamond shape. Okay, so here the diamond is like I have just connected 2 triangles to form the diamond. That's it. Okay, now let me give something very, very smaller like 6, like 4, like 3. Okay, can you see this? We have just printed the diamond, and this is the code. Okay, we are just going to create a diamond with numbers. Okay, so back in 5 to 6 videos back, we have just created diamond with stars. Okay, so now I'm just replacing the stars with the numbers. Okay, you can also do with the alphabets, everything. So I'll show you another program for how to replace this diamond with stars instead of stars with the alphabets. Okay, so now let us see how I have just replaced stars with the numbers. Okay, so numbers, if you see, so in the first row there will be usually the 1 star. In the last row also only 1 star. So in the middle the number of stars get increases and then it start decreasing. Okay, so our number should get incremented and also just decremented. Like when the row starts, it should start from 1. Okay, and the number of element, according to the number of element, the number should be there. If it is a 2 star, then 1 2, only one number 1 and 2. If it is a 3 star, then 1 2 3. If it is a 4 star, then 1 2 3 4. It goes on. Okay, again now if you see here in the lower part of the diamond, it should decrement. Like so here it is a 5 star, then 4 star, then 3 star and 2 star and 1 star. Okay, here just take off the star, and just what I have done is, instead of that many stars, the numbers I have just given. That's it. So I have just included a small part in this code, very small part. So I have just initialized num to be 0, okay, and here I have just incremented num equal to I'm just incrementing num with 1 for each iteration while printing the stars, while printing the numbers in the diamond. Okay, similarly for the lower part also. Got it? So this is what the code is. This code is same as the star code. Only thing is that this line I have just changed from star to %d comma num for printing the number, and this loop and this code and this code, the only thing is additional. Okay, okay, now let us just give some input and see. Okay, so let us see. I'm just giving the number of rows to be 9. Okay, so now the diamond will be a little bit bigger. Yes, can you see the diamond? Yeah. Okay, I hope you understand today's topic. If you have any doubt, do let me know in the comment section. I'm ready to answer your queries. Okay, yes, we are just going to print the diamond using alphabets. Okay, so yesterday I have shown you how to use numerics. Okay, like how to print diamond using numerics. Okay, so today I'm just showing you how to print diamond using alphabets. Okay, so in the previous videos I have shown you printing number of patterns. Okay, so you can just use the same code and you can just add a little line as I have shown yesterday for numbers. Okay, and I'll be showing you technique to add alphabets. Okay, so the program and the basic concept is same. Okay, so instead of star you have to change a few statements to print alphabets or numbers. Okay, accordingly. Okay, now let me show you the code. Okay, the code is same. Okay, this is for numbers and this is for alphabets. Okay, so the code is same. So here what I have done is I have just introduced a vector. Okay, this vector contains A till Z. Okay, A, B, C, D till Z. Okay, so for the same line as we have done for printing numbers, so instead of here %d, yeah, I'm just giving %s. Okay, and I'm just accessing the elements from the A1 vector here and here. That's it. Okay, so here we have just directly given %d and num in the numbers. Okay, if you see this code, we have just directly have given that. Okay, can you see the difference? Yes. So if it is a star, you will be printing within a single quote star. That's it. Okay, you will be not adding this line and all. This line is unnecessary if we are printing star. Okay, just we will be having this single quote star and single quote. That's it. But here if you have alphabets, this is the modification you have to make. Okay, and if it is a number, then the modification is this one. Okay, okay, I want you to try any of this task. Okay, like you can just print a triangle with the numbers, with the alphabets, and hollow diamond which is inscribed in a square. You can just print that. Okay, so you can just do it from your end and you can just ask me if you have any doubt. Okay, and now let me go and show you how to run this code. Okay, so I have just already shown this. Okay, now let me just increase the size of the diamond. Okay, now let us just decrease the size of the diamond. Okay, and also I would like to show you another one technique. So instead of small, we can just also have the capital. Okay, so I'm just giving this capital. I'm just saving it. Okay, Control S I have just given, and now let me get. Okay, so if you want capital, then the small change what I have made here is capital A within a single quotes to capital Z within a single quotes. Okay, that change accordingly you can do. Okay, we are going to join two triangles to form a square. Okay, so this is the task, and can you see the image on this command window? So this is what I have printed using the function I have created. So as like other program, I have got the user input for the number of rows or the size of the square. Okay, and now let us see how I have written the code. So this is the code. So first, this part of program is to print the upper part of the that is upper diagonal, and this part of the program is to print the lower diagonal, that is lower triangle. This is for upper triangle. Okay, and here this you can just okay, then this is for this line. Okay, this line is to for moving to the new line, and that's it. So I have just used 1 2 3 3 for loops and few printing statements, and that's it. And this k and incrementing k is happening for this lower diagonal. Okay, so here this is the function, and the function name is 2 triangle underscore square, and as like other input I said before, I have taken, as like other program, I have taken the input for the number of rows. So this is the input. Okay, so once I run the code, okay, so if I run the code, like I can just give any value as the number of rows. Like if I give 9, so the square will be a little bigger, so you can just play with the sizes here. 5, the square will be a little bit smaller, and if it is 10, it will be bigger. So here this is the upper triangle, and this is the lower triangle, which just intersect, which just join together to form a square. Okay, I hope you understand this concept. We are going to print a triangle of this sort. Okay, so I have named this triangle as a special triangle. Okay, so let me explain you how the triangle is. Okay, so my first and last entry should be 1. Okay, so between the first and last entries, the number should increase according to the row. Okay, just see here, for the first row the value is 1. So here the first and last value is 1. Okay, and when we move to the second row, there are 2 entries. So one can be the first entry and the second can be the last entry. So what I have said, first and last entry should be 1. So here it is. Okay, so this one. Okay, next comes to the next we are going to see how this third row behaves. Okay, so if you see the third row, the first and last entries, as I said, it is 1, and between there is only one variable. So after 1 it is incremented to 1. Okay, that is incremented to 2, that is. And then when we come to the fourth row, the first and last entries are still 1, and between we have 2 values. Okay, so which is after 1 it is 2, and after 2 it is 3. Okay, so again if you come here, so 1 and 1, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it should go like this according to the number of rows you enter. So if you enter 18, then it has to be 17. If you enter 5, then it has to be 4. So 1 minus than the number of rows you entered. Okay, so this is the value. Okay, for value. So this is what the task for today. Let me go and show you the program which I have already written. So I have just named the function to be special triangle. Okay, and I have got the user input to the variable called x, and the x is assigned to the variable called k. Okay, then my I goes from 1 is to 1 is to x, and my k goes from 1 is to 1 is to k. So initially my k remains same as the x. Okay, as the program proceeds, my k get decremented by 1. Okay, so if you come here, this is for printing space. Okay, so if you go see the output, so this space, if you want to create a triangle in this way, then you can use this loop for giving the space. Okay, so this loop. Okay, and this is for printing the number. Okay, and this is for printing the last, end one. Okay, so my start one and the other values will be printed. My end one will be printed with this command. So with this command, and after which I give a space, then I give a new line. Okay, and then I just decrement k by 1. So this is what the program. Okay, so let me go and play with some values. Okay, so if I go see now, let me give some 6. So if you see 6, the last value is 6 minus 1, which is 5. Okay, and if I go give 8, so last value is 8 minus 1, which is 7. Okay, so if I go give 10, okay, then my last value is 9, which is 10 minus 1. Okay, so like this you can play around with sizes. Okay, I hope you are clear with this topic. This program. We are going to print the number 8. Okay, so this is very simple code, and as like other program also, I have got the user input for the number of rows, or you can say it is the size of that particular character or number. Okay, so now let me show you the code. So this is the code. Okay, so this code starts with the for loop. Okay, so for I is equal to 1 is to 1 is to x. So x is the number of rows actually. Okay. Okay, so when you come inside the row number 1 and the mid of the row, okay, mid of the total row and the last row. Okay, so this is what that thing. Okay, so I have used CEIL command. Okay, so here you can go check what is the difference between CEIL and FLOOR. Okay, just have a look, and if you have any doubt, just leave the comment on the description box. I'll answer you. Okay. Okay, so I've just in these lines, okay, in these rows, I want to print stars throughout across the rows. Okay, so how many stars will I print? That is very simple. So the total number of rows divided by 2. Here I have used floor. Okay, so as I have said, you just go check what is the difference between CEIL and floor. Okay, so it is nothing but rounding off, and just see what is the difference between FLOR and CEIL. Okay, and I have just used few printing statement. Okay, so other than the first row, mid row and the last row, other than that rows, I want to print the stars only on the this first side and on this the last side. Okay, so this is what this gives me, the row number 8. Okay, number 8. So just have a look out of this code. Okay, just pause the video and have a look. If you have any doubt, do let me know in the comment section. I'll be ready to answer your queries. Okay, so now let us just play with the sizes. Okay, so here let me give it as 7. So small 8. Let me now give it as 10. So somewhat bigger. Let me now give it as a 5. So a bit smaller. Okay, now to 9. Okay, now again to 20. Okay, so I hope you understand the concept.